Okay, so today I am going to be drawing right in my sketchbook. So if you have a sketchbook, awesome, just pull it out. If not, no big deal. Just pull out a piece of white paper or whatever you want to draw on. So I'm going to be making a tall tree house today. So that's why I like this size paper, because it's nice and tall like a tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to think about, like, what do I want my tree to look like? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create like almost like a C and then a backward C. And then down here I'm going to come in and start to make the roots. The easiest way for me to make the roots is kind of like an upside down V. So I'm going to make one V, upside down V, another upside down V, another, and another. And then of course I want to create the ground so that my tree is not flying. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the ground, the horizon line where the sky meets the ground. Okay, and up here where the branches are, I want to create like a nice branch that's going off the page, and that's kind of where my tree house is going to start. And then I'm going to go ahead and make another one over here. And then I want to have like a branch that kind of goes in and around the house. So I'm just going to kind of make a branch there. And that's going to be kind of going off the page as well. So these three branches are going to be what's holding up my trees, or my tree house, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of create the house of the tree house. So I'm going to make a line over there, and a line on this side, and I'm going to go across and behind the branch. Of course, I'm running out of space on my paper, and that's okay. So you're not going to be able to see most of the house, and that's fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a line that goes up for my roof. So this is looking like a typical tree house. It's looking just like a house inside of a tree. So I need to think about, how am I going to get up the tree and how am I going to get down the tree? So the first thing I might do is I might just go ahead and make a ladder that's on the tree itself. So I'm just going to make rectangle almost steps, and I'm going to add like little circles because it looks like it's nailed on, and maybe I don't want my steps, my little boards, to be perfectly straight. So I kind of I'm making them haphazardly. Some are slanting down, however you want. But of course you have to have a way to get up to the top of your treehouse, whether that's a rope, maybe you have an elevator, maybe you have a door inside of your tree and that's how you walk up you walk inside of the tree to get up there. Whatever it is, you decide and you get to design it because it's your treehouse. Now feel free to use a ruler for this if you would like to have straighter lines. Because I'm doing this in my sketchbook, I'm just kind of doing the best that I can. And then I'm gonna make one more little triangular step so that I can walk up, and then here I am. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a door on my treehouse right here. So I'm just gonna make an arch door. Not your typical door. Then I'm just gonna make it out of wood because I almost kind of want it to blend into the tree, like it's hidden. And then of course I need a doorknob. And then my windows for my door are gonna kind of be all over the place. So I might have like a little square window here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a plus sign in the middle for the window frame. I'm gonna make like another one that's kind of hiding behind the branch, so you can't see all of it. It's overlapping. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do a long skinny one. And then I think that's all I'm gonna do. So also I really like trees that have rope swings or tire swings. So over here I'm gonna take my pen and I'm gonna kind of do like a little arch, and I'm gonna go straight down till about here. So again, I started at the top of the branch and I arched over in front of the branch and I went all the ways down. Now this could be like, maybe this is another way to get down the treehouse, whatever you want. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to make like a big circle on the bottom. and a little line. I'll make another knot here. And maybe this is, oh, well, maybe I'll do knots all the ways because this could be another way for you to get up and down. And then of course, I'm gonna pretend the rope goes behind, and I'm gonna bring it back over. So it looks like the rope swing is not going to fall off. So I am going to add some details on the house, the roof of the house. Now you get to design what you want your treehouse to look like. It can look like anything you want. It does not need to have windows. It doesn't even need to look anything like this. Maybe your paper is bigger and you make a larger treehouse, whatever you want. I'm gonna come down here also and add some bushes, maybe some more trees that are in the background that you can't see. Add some bark on those trees. And then I'm also gonna come in and add some bark. I'm just doing little squiggle lines to add texture to the tree so that it does look, in fact, real. Just little lines, even in between where the steps are to get up the treehouse. Oh, forgot some over here. Just little squiggle lines. Okay, and then I'm actually gonna go ahead and make a little deck that goes around, like a railing, so that we don't fall off of it. So over here, I'm just gonna kind of do a little line that goes out. It's a diagonal line that's going out towards the edge of the paper, and then it's gonna come, and it's almost like a letter L. It's gonna come across to right about here, right next to the door, and then I'm actually gonna go down a little bit. I'm gonna go back to that line so that when I color it in, maybe this is like a large railing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make some lines that are all going in the same direction, straight down, and they're parallel with the side of the house. So maybe this is like a little spot where I could stand behind so that I don't fall off and out of the treehouse. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. So it's gonna go out, a little slant down, and I'm gonna come over like an L. I'm gonna go all the ways actually for this one. This one might connect all the ways to the tree. Again, it went off the page. Oops. This is why you use a pencil when you design things, so that you can erase any of your happy mistakes that you make. All right, there's my tree house. So I'm gonna go ahead and start coloring. I can use whatever I want for my colors. I am gonna use brown for my tree. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline the tree first with the color that I wanna color it with. Oops. Then I'll go back and color it in. You can color it in with markers, color pencils, crayons, whatever you have. Take your time, and I encourage you, if you are using crayons or color pencils, try to color everything 2 different shades. So if I'm using brown here, I might get a lighter brown to try to color the tree brown and light brown so they blend together and they really start to pop when you start coloring. So again, I'm gonna finish coloring it, and then when I start coloring it, I'm just gonna apply light pressure, and I'm gonna color side to side and start to fill in around the steps. All right, so my treehouse is done. I have colored in all of the white space. I decided to go with a red roof. I used markers, color pencils, and crayons, and I took my time, and I can't wait to see the treehouse that you make. Feel free to share it with me, send it to me, email it to me, however you want. Share it with me. I'd love to see it. I can't wait to see what you guys create.